All right, this is the second half of the video. This is now going to show you how to complete your homework after you've decided what type of melody. So one will be a melody expressing harmony, as we've seen here, and one a melody decorating harmony, which is the second page down here. So it doesn't really matter the order that you do the next three things. So the next thing on this worksheet, but also on your homework, will be to label the melodic figures of the violin above the upper staff. So you only have to do the melodic figures of the violin. Then for that one, label the melodic figures of the continuo below the lower staff, which would be here. And then provide a complete analysis using prolongation brackets, tonicization arrows, and Roman numerals. I'm actually going to start first with the analysis. It doesn't actually matter which order that you do this in, but I'm going to start with the analysis just so that we have a sense of what's going on. And I feel like for some of you, it's sometimes harder to understand how to do the analysis with simply figured bass. All that we need, we don't have four voice harmony. This is what's a little bit different about this, and this is why I want to start with this. But everything that we need is in the figured bass. If the bass moves and there's no figured bass there, that means that there is figured bass there. This is going to be a root position triad, and that's a B flat D F chord. So you could just simply looking at the bass line complete the analysis. So I'll start by doing this for you here, or we'll start by doing this. So we know that we've started, the bass always starts on the root of the tonic triad. In this case, it's B flat. You can also double check at the end. We have a B flat as well here, and the soprano is also ending on a B flat. So this is in B flat major. We have two flats, B flat major. So we're looking for tonicization, prolongations, and really this should be a fairly simple prolongation. We're not looking for really complicated ones. As we get into the classical period, which is what we're doing at the moment, the harmony really slows down and isn't as complicated as the Bach chorales in some ways. The Bach chorales had a really concentrated harmony. This starts to let the harmonies expand and slow down over longer periods. So that's what this does here. So here we have a B flat. We now have a 4-2 chord. The only kind of a 4-2 or a chord in third inversion, the only time we have that is with, so far, is with the dominant function chord. Okay, so this is definitely dominant function chord, B flat D F. This chord is F, A, C, E flat, okay, which is our dominant seventh. That 4 moves to 3. So remember, our voice leading is working properly in our bass and over the bar line. Okay, so we have a 1, have a 5, and we return to the 1, which actually goes from a first inversion 1 to a root position. So I can start by drawing my prolongation brackets and putting in my Roman numeral, okay? That's now completed, that first one. Now let's go here. So again, these look like two dominant function chords. Again, if we look at the root of both of these chords is an F, that's our 5 of 1, and we have another 1 chord here. So this is F, A, C, E flat. Again, the same thing that we had here. So we have another prolongation that moves to there. Okay, so now I have another prolongation here. You shouldn't have to change the figured bass unless I've made a mistake, which is possible. If not, if that's the case, then you should add what I've missed there. But I've already done the analysis for these two, although I haven't made sure to do the ones that you're doing for your homework. So you might find the odd figured bass that might be missing a figure. I'm going to finish this first line. Now we have another F, A, C. We don't have the E flat in it though, we just have F, A, C. So this could just be a triad. F, A, C is our 5 chord. And here we're actually approaching an internal cadence. So we have a root 7 chord with an accidental. So this is now C, E natural, G, B flat, which is the 5-7 of our Roman numeral 5 chord. So the 5-7 of F. So you notice we have an FAC here and another FAC there. So here we have a prolongation. Oh, sorry, that's really funny, in our 5 key. Okay, so really nice and straightforward. We just have 3 prolongations, 2 in the tonic and 1 in the dominant. Okay, this is really how you look at this. I don't want to spend a lot of time on the video doing all this analysis. This is things that you know. So what I've done is I've actually already completed all the analysis and made sure that it looks really nice for the video. So this is what we have here. If you want to look at the full of this here, you could have actually, maybe you want to pause the video at the moment, finish your analysis if you want for both of these. I have it all done here and you can look. So here's the first one and here's the second one. Okay, they're slightly different, and this one is a bit tricky because it has a conjunctive chord in there. And then we have an incomplete prolongation that then sets up another prolongation to 1. So this one's a bit more tricky, but you can see what I've done and check. This, of course, will go up as a key. It is up in Learn, so you can look at that.